I miss when you used to do the Instagram stories.
Hi,
That was literally season 1, episode 1 through 3 that I did that.
Yeah, well, I miss it.
Hi. We're live on the Good Noise Podcast Twitch tonight.
Watch. We're still early, so I'll fucking do it.
Yes.
Okay. Should I take a picture, or do you want me to fucking say
Oh
something?
my god, please say in that voice too.
Hi, we're live on the Good News Podcast Twitch channel. Hit the link. Okay. Oh my god, how?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'll stop laughing at you.
Fucking out of nowhere, you know, fucking like Don Broco is gonna watch this, and they're gonna be like, oh, just like not even gonna tag them or anything. Hi, we're live on the Good Noise Podcast Twitch channel. Click the link on the screen to watch. Thanks. You happy?
I'm fucking.
It's real.
I'm fucking thrilled, man.
We're gonna lose a lot of followers for this one. Okay. Well, we could do our little intro.
Fantastic. So hi, welcome to the Nice Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
Happy Monday.
It is.
It is a happy Monday, yeah.
Yeah. I'd say it's a very happy. I just had sushi. That was my first and only meal of the day. I feel car sick. I'm in a cold room. I'm thriving. Like,
Dude.
actually, like, this is awesome.
Yeah, cold room. I wish my room was cold. I'm sweating balls in here. It's 50 degrees outside. I don't.
Is your fan on?
Yeah, I got the fan cranking, but you know, it's got the hoodie on, the pants. You look like you're dressed like Guy Fieri over there with the shirt.
That was the point. I saw Pollyanna do their Guy Fieri night, and I wore this because I wanted to kind of be a little bit of Guy Fieri. This lighting is crazy. It's gonna be a floating head by the end of the night.
Yeah, I didn't think that they were actually going to do that. They've been talking about doing it for a couple weeks, and then they got the poster made, and I was like, they're committed fully to the bit. Yeah.
And then I saw, they looked awesome. Yeah. They were facial hair and everything. It was crazy. Yeah.
Brandon especially was very committed to the bit. It was hilarious.
I didn't see Brandon.
Yeah. Yeah, I like literally Motionless in White is on stage, and I'm recording one of the songs, and I just get a text, 2 pictures in the Pollyanna group chat, and it's the 3 of them. I'm like, oh my god.
You're like, this is my team.
Yeah.
Wait, where are they? Did they post it on the Pollyanna account?
Yeah.
Okay, now that you said Brandon, I want to see what Brandon looked like.
Yeah. Yep.
These guys are awesome.
Yeah.
These guys are so cool.
Fully committed to the bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Monday's been great. It's the day sandwiched in between my 2 Motionless in White shows, so looking forward to tomorrow.
Your off day.
Yeah, my off day. But on Saturday, I was at Motionless in White, knocked loose after the burial, and Alpha Wolf in New York City. Beautiful place.
NYC.
Yeah.
My friend was there, and I asked him to record Slaughterhouse for me. Nick, if you're watching this,
I got you.
It goes out to you. You recorded Slaughterhouse for me?
Mm-hmm. Well,
it
wasn't for
friend.
you, but
it's for me. Thank you, Shane.
For you now.
Thanks, Shane.
Yeah.
Thanks, Shane.
Yeah, but I mean, I couldn't pass up an opportunity to record Slaughterhouse with Brian Garris from Knock Loose.
I have asked like 3 people, separate shows, who have gone there. I've been like, please record Slaughterhouse for me. And it's like, I would follow up with them like the next day, and I'm like, did you get Slaughterhouse for me? And they're like, sorry, I was enjoying the moment. And I'm like, fuck enjoying the moment.
Shit in your own mouth.
Actually, like, what's the point? What's the point of you going if you're not going to record
Slaughterhouse
for me?
Yeah, because the last time I saw them perform Slaughterhouse, it was actually, it was during Trinity of Terror in New York City the last time I saw them. And Casey from Deadlands, who is actually one of the bands opening tomorrow, which I'm very stoked to finally see them, came out and did it. So I'm sure she's going to do it tomorrow night because Knocked Loose isn't on the lineup. So I'm like, I've already experienced that. I didn't experience it with the guy himself.
Yeah, with the man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah, but what a crazy show. I've never been to that venue in New York City because I'm sure I've said on here I don't fuck with New York City very often.
Yeah, fuck New York City.
Yeah, I fucking hate going there.
Mm.
But the venue was cool. I was up on the second balcony. So
You're up on stage?
yeah, high up in the air, but it was like all like parallel the first and second balcony, so it's not like I was set further back because I was in like the higher balcony or whatever.
That's good. Yeah.
All the seating was general admission. That's stupid. Because I went by myself, so I had to ask the person.
That makes it easy.
Yeah, but I had to ask the person next to me to hold my aisle seat because I didn't want to come back and it not be there anymore. I got a pretty good seat. Because so that sucked. But you know, I had great sight lines. Alpha Wolf put on a great show. It was good to finally see them. I've been meaning to like check the band out, so like seeing them live was
good
the incentive to check them out the night before.
Yeah.
They put on a great show. After the Burials, my second time seeing them this year. Something about the crowd this time, not the biggest fan of After the Burial. It's a little like too technical for me.
Okay.
They got a couple of bangers though.
Another one,
but the crowd was like really into them. The crowd was actually incredible for the whole show. Like I was honestly surprised because, you know, Motionless in White has gained a lot of fans from like the radio and the hard rock community and shit like that. So like the rest of the bill is really fucking heavy. And I was I was expecting the crowd to just be like not into that. Yeah. I mean, definitely had those moments on Twitter where like people were like, "Oh, Knocked Loose was too heavy for me."
Stop moshing! Stop moshing at the shows. You're at a metal concert. I'm sorry.
But the crowd was really into it, and you know, I at certain points of the night caught myself paying more attention to the pit happening directly below me than the actual band on stage, because like I can't pay attention to both things, and the thing that's moving closer to me and the stage is further away, I'm focusing on the thing right below me. Like
exactly. That's why I have to fucking get barricade, because if I don't have barricade, I'm gonna look at the people next to me, in front of me. I'm gonna watch the person's head for the entire fucking concert, because I'm like, oh wow, look at them bobbing their head. That's awesome.
A little bit of ADHD going on when
maybe like a little bit.
But the crowd was really into them. And then Knock Loose came on, and like just holy fuck, the floor just opened up. Like,
oh my god.
I was sitting there. I texted Sam. I was like, I fucked up choosing to see Beartooth in Philly over Knocked Loose in a 500 cap room with no barricade in New Jersey. I fucked up big time.
You never missed Beartooth though, so I feel like
that was my first time seeing Beartooth. And it was like coming out of the pandemic, so it was like I'm a bigger fan of Beartooth than Knocked Loose, and it's the same night, and I haven't seen Beartooth or Wage War, but I also haven't seen Knocked Loose. But I like two bands on this bill versus one band on this bill, and I like the two bands on this bill more than that one, so I chose that. But then watching them perform, because the first time I saw them was on a beach, you know, during Adjacent, so I was just like, holy fuck. They put on one hell of a show. Yeah. They did the Knocked Loose motherfucker. They did the Arf Arf. Yeah.
I need to see them live so bad. It's
good.
A crime that tour didn't like come anywhere near me. Like it was just like B markets, right?
It was a little bit more A than the last tour that they did with In This Moment. That was like fucking D markets.
It was tough. That was tough to watch.
Yeah, because that tour lineup was pretty good. But yeah, they put on a great show. And Motionless in White, bro. I mean, they came out, they got fire for like every fucking song. You're in a tiny ass theater, like the air conditioning was pumping up until Motionless in White comes on. I'm sure it's still pumping, but that room got 50 degrees hotter as soon as they walked out on stage.
Fucking love their pyro.
I don't want to talk about how I smelt.
Oh.
And the poor random person I had to sit next to on the train ride home, I am so sorry. But that venue was hot as balls. I had a sweatshirt on, and I took it off too late into the night, you know?
That's the worst feeling when it's like I should have done this like 2 hours earlier.
Yeah, I
but
should have taken
it's
this
already
off
too
as
late.
soon as they came on stage, not after Slaughterhouse.
Should have known.
Yeah,
I should have known.
yeah, but
It's a big ass theater, so you would assume like it's not going to be like that bad.
oh my
but,
god,
whew,
yeah, like
yeah, that's just tough.
it that first hit of fire came on, and I felt it up on the second balcony. I felt the heat.
You were far.
Yeah, but like
The people in Barricade are fucking cooked.
I
like-
gotta text Valentino and ask him. He probably is got second degree
man.
burns. Like, you good, bro?
Actually, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it was cool to see them with that much production. They played at least one song off of every full length record. So they
Really?
went all the way back to Creatures, which was
Shit.
cool. They brought out the vocalists from each band on the tour to do a song. They brought out Alpha Wolf to do Immaculate Misconception off of Creatures. Obviously, Brian did Slaughterhouse, and then
No.
Anthony from After the Burial did Reincarnate. But it was a good night. I did not get to see City Lights, but they did play Hate Fuck, so I can't
I
complain.
feel like that's a fair trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But see them again tomorrow for the special tiny Halloween show. I certainly hope they're not going to be setting off fire in that room, because that room is already hot as it is.
You're not coming back from that.
Going to be a lot of people in there, but
I'm going to get a text for that one.
It was a solid show, but I mean, I'm sitting up in the barricade or up in the second balcony watching a band perform that I've been seeing since 2019, and I was just like, man, I miss when the shows were all standing room. Like, I love that they're growing, and like it's the first time where I've gotten that feeling with a band where it's like, you know,
why didn't you stay small?
yeah, 4 out of the past 6 shows I've seen them, you know, we're all in the fucking pit, and the past 2 have been sitting far away, and it's like shit. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow night, because I'll get to relive hopefully the energy similar to the Starland Ballroom show post COVID. But yeah, they put on a great show.
That's crazy. Starland Ballroom?
Yeah, but it's
That's so small.
2,000 cap.
Yeah.
Last
oh
night-
my god. I mean,
Saturday-
compared to like what you just saw them in.
Saturday was 4,000. Yeah.
Wow. Because I was looking at the video that you posted on your story, and I was like, that's like the size of the venue that they played in Trinity. And they needed all 3 of them to actually sell out those venues. And now all 3 of them are doing it by themselves. It's like that tour completely like boosted all of them.
Yeah,
it was crazy. Yeah.
The recept, like, we looked at that tour on paper and we were like, this is gonna sell out in an instant. Like, I bought my tickets 10:01.
That's why they did it 3 times, dude.
That first leg when it was in those fucking tiny ass rooms, I'm like, each of these bands, if given enough time at their current size at that point in time, could sell out those rooms by themselves. You put 3 of those bands in that room together, it's selling out in an instant.
Immediately.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's crazy how big those shows got. I mean, I saw them, you know, in a 10,000 cap fucking room on Thanksgiving Eve. You know, you saw them in didn't you see was it the first one that you saw in the arena anyway? I mean, that was...
Yeah, it was Trinity leg 1.
Yeah.
It was in the arena, Chartway Arena. I think it's like, oh my god. I
but
want to
was
say
that
like maybe
one-
7,000 cap.
Was that one all standing room? Like they were selling the floor, or were they selling?
It
the
was seats as
still?
well. Yeah, it was seats as well, because my brother was like, I'm gonna go sit, and I was like, good luck. he just kind of spun around, and there were no seats open because it was sold out.
Mhm.
I think it felt fucking sold out. There was no room at all. Actually, kind of sucked. I mean, it was great though.
That's because 3 great bands came to Virginia
For the first time ever in history. Actually, it was crazy.
Yeah.
I miss it.
Yeah. But next week I've got Dying Wish. Still gotta buy my ticket, but I will be there next Friday. Album comes out on Friday. God bless. Our interview comes out on Friday. Yo.
Next week I have Camp Flogna.
Yeah.
So I have Tyler. Damn, that shit snuck up on me a little bit, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. Yeah, I have it's Tyler the Creator, Kendrick Lamar, Baby Keem, Willow, Turnstile, for whatever fucking reason. I don't know how they snuck on there, but that's awesome. Like Kevin Abstract. I'm just naming the ones that mean the most to me. Dominic Fike. Rex Orange County. I'm excited to see him. He's a little silly guy. And like fucking like 20 more people. I'm so excited.
Yeah. The meme the meme I sent you was fucking. I was cracking up at my own.
Dude, I saw that and I almost cussed you out. Because it's gonna be me. That's gonna be me.
Yeah, you're gonna be dressed like that.
Exactly like that. Yeah. Word for word, bar for bar.
That'll be a good time. You know, hopefully you come back Tuesday and we don't have any interviews so that you can get your voice back.
It's gonna be bad.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Like when I sent out avails for that week, I'm like, Tuesday's a wash anyway.
Yeah, I think I need to recheck my flights actually and make sure I'm not coming back on Tuesday. I think I'm coming back Monday though. I'm like 70% sure.
We're chilling because we're only gonna do half the day anyway with it. You know,
okay,
being
good.
me and my birthday anyway. So
happy birthday to you.
No, that's still a couple weeks away.
It's a big day. It's the big one. It's the big one.
Oh yeah.
How old you turning, Shane?
Oh my god, it's gonna be 21. I remember when I said earlier that I was jealous of your holding mic. I don't like it anymore because you keep putting it in my face.
I mean, I gotta do fucking word on the street pod. I gotta do Good Noise podcast on the road. I'm just gonna. Do you play music? I'm gonna just talk to random ass people. I love it. I love it.
But listen, we got plenty of music to talk about because we missed last week, so there's a shitload of records. I mean, it's 10 hours worth of music.
10-hour playlist.
Yeah, sorry about that. But we're gonna get started with Knuckle Puck. They dropped their new album, Losing What We Love. Yo, the fucking shit smacked.
I added this entire album to my playlist because it was literally hit after hit. This is like the nostalgic ass. This is my first pop punk album that I found sound, and it just made me so happy. I loved it. Every song was awesome. And here, let me pull up the track list. Where the hell is it? Okay, here we go. Literally, let me see. The first three, the 3 run was crazy. A New Beginning, The Tower in October.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that, guys. I just want to say biggest thank you.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I don't want to just be that person, but the entire fucking album was incredible. Mm-hmm. I don't really have any notes. Yeah.
Honestly, the only thing I took away from it was that Groundhog Day as the lead single was not a great representation of what the rest of this record was. Like it
was still good though.
I'm left with the record, like that one being my least favorite off the record, simply because the rest of the album rips so hard and Groundhog Day is just kind of there. It's just kind of okay. Yeah. But yeah, I very much enjoyed this album, was pleasantly surprised. And it just fucking fantastic. Totally agree with you on the nostalgic pop punk sound.
Oh yeah.
So good.
Like fucking nail on the head. Like they got that shit down.
Yeah.
Yup. Oh, yeah. Oxymorons dropped their new album Melanin Punk. For whatever reason, I thought this album dropped like a month ago because it's been so long since we did the interview. Like at least 3 months, right?
Yeah, we spoke with them right before the album was announced.
Which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And we didn't even get the advance for that album.
Yeah, we didn't hear it going in, so they were hyping us up as well, and I'm sure we said that at least once in the interview. But the interview's been out for a minute. We put it out a couple weeks after the announce of the record, so you'll have to search on the channel, but you'll find it. It's there.
You'll find it. Yeah, it's a little buried because it's been like 3 months, but it's there.
It was a great time. It's an hour-long chat. Lots of laughs, lots of giggles, but also a lot of discussion about the record.
Fucking fun one. Yeah, that was really fun. I like that one.
But dude, this fucking album rips so hard. We didn't follow like the singles on this one, which honestly a crime that we did that, not following the singles. But
I kind of liked that we didn't though, because everything was brand new to me and I didn't have any like pre-assumed or pre-fucking conceived ideas or feelings for the album. Like I didn't have anything to compare it to. It was just kind of like going in blind. Let's see, apart from what they already told us. But holy shit, I'm just gonna give my top 3. My bad. So my favorite three was Head for the Hills, Mike Shinoda Flow, and I really liked Moon Chasers. It
Mhm.
was a slower one,
Cool
but
closer.
it was yeah, exactly. It was cool as fuck. I really liked it. I listened to it on a long ass drive, and it was just really fucking good. Run Head for the Hills was also really fun. That's just a really cool listen, and I saw that they put it out as a single, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the whole record rocks, and I would like to point out that there are 4 features on this record, and every single feature absolutely smashes.
Yeah. I didn't know that you were waiting for me to agree.
I was waiting to see if you agreed with me or not.
Yeah, no, I really fucking loved the Hyrule the Hero feature as well.
Mhm.
And I'm not usually like the biggest fan of Hyrule the Hero, but oh my God. Because
Smashed
they
it.
way hyping it up. They
Mhm.
were hyping it the fuck up in the interview. They were like, oh my God, his part is so good. And I was like, we'll see about that.
Well, that's because your comparison to him is that fucking song that you don't even like anyway.
This is true. It's the only fucking thing I'm working with right now.
Yeah,
But
your comparisons. Who's that playing on the radio? You fucking hate that song.
I hate it so much.
But yeah, the this whole record absolutely slaps.
Yeah.
You know, I also really like Moon Chasers as the closer.
Mhm.
Look Alive is a song that they've been playing live for a minute. So I like that one because I know the live energy with that as well, and they put on one hell of a show. And then that song always goes off.
It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
I still haven't seen them live, and I feel like that is a crime. After listening to this record, I need to see them live. Guys, come to Virginia. Did they announce a tour?
I think they were just there on a headliner.
Fucking say that to me. Don't tell me that. You can move on to the next thing, and you'll see how I react.
But yeah, I always catch them by accident. They're always like supporting bands. Like I saw them open for Neck Deep. I saw them open for Bad Omens on Bad Omens like last minute. They did. Yeah, they went to Virginia. They played Canal Club with
With who?
I think it was with Rivals, or it might have been before Rivals joined the tour. But Pulse is open for that.
I do remember seeing videos of that, and I was like, "Fuck, that was tonight." Because I think did Pulses tell us about it? And they're like, "We'll be in Virginia. We'll be fucking performing with Oxymorons," because they were naming like shit that they had coming up at the end of their interview, and I was like, "Fuck, I need to go to that." And then the day came and went, and I was like,
Yeah.
This is why I need to put shit on my calendar, or else, because that happened to Pollyanna, and I was like, that was tonight.
They'll be back.
Pissing me off. It's fucking pissing me off.
But yeah, I always catch them by accident. Like Adjacent Fest, I had no intention of seeing them, but the vegan tent, the vegan food tent, was right next to the stage that they were performing at during when I went to go get my lunch. So I caught them like in between water parks because I ate my food and watched them.
Parksy.
Yeah.
Say a hard P.
But yeah, it's always been like they're supporting other bands, but I'm always fucking stoked to see them after the first time I saw them with Neck Deep because I was fucking blown away.
They're so fucking good.
But Catch Your Breath dropped their new album, Shame on Me. Now, this one feels like it's been dripping out for a minute. I mean, when we interviewed them about Dial Tone, they were finishing up recording the rest of this record.
That was at the beginning of this year, right? Yeah. Okay.
We've had a lot of singles since then, but there are also a lot of songs on this record. So I didn't realize, number one, how many songs are on this record, and number two, just how many singles there were. But they did so well with the flow of it, where they kind of like beat it for a while in the track list, where it was like single, non-single, single, non-single, and I was fucking with that. I honestly thought the record, I didn't realize Shame on Me wasn't earlier in the record. I thought 21 Gun Salute was the closer, which is honestly a very fitting closer, although Shame on Me works as well. No Evil, fantastic fucking opener. Still
Sorry, I snorted directly into the mic. I'm so sorry. Please continue.
I didn't hear it, so you're good. No Evil, fantastic opener. I still love Dial Tone. It's been a second since I've listened to that song, but
so fucking good.
It's so good, bro. Savages is a fucking ripper, bro. This album was just hit after hit after hit, and like really the only slow moment is Dial Tone, but that song is so fucking good I can't even complain.
It's crazy that the biggest song on the album is like the slower one. So it's like if you fucking liked that, yeah, fucking listen to the album. You're gonna yeah, this record is crazy. I was gonna say it took fucking forever for it to come out, respectfully. A lot of fucking songs. But as you said, it is a 13 track record. Sweet Lord. But honestly, I wasn't mad at it. I was listening through and I was like, oh, this is easier than I thought. And it didn't, get to an hour. So then again, oh my God, holy shit, this fucking lighting. I'm sorry. It didn't like get to an hour. It's only 42 minutes. So even then it's like the songs, it's a lot of tracks, but the songs aren't even that crazy long. They didn't pull out like a 20-minute song.
Ballad,
they didn't pull a fucking car seat headrest ass shit. but it was really good. I really, really fucking liked it. And yeah, Dial Tone is still crazy. 21 Gun Salute's good. And Savages was good as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Awesome. Blink-182 dropped a new album one more time. I have very mixed feelings on this. Mixed because I don't remember anything from it except for the singles. And that sucks so bad because I was so excited because this is the first record back with Tom, Mr. DeLonge. And it's just like, I feel like my expectations were like crazy high, but I really only remember the singles because I listened to them and I was like, yeah. And then it's just like everything else kind of fell flat for me. And it was weird because as I mentioned before, it's kind of like, they can't really decide like what they want to do with this shit because it's like Tom's like twang, I guess, you know how it fucking sounds. It like zones in and out throughout the record. And I'm like, who's this singing? Oh, it's Tom without his little, however the fuck he pronounces his shit, It's just strange. I did kind of find Mark, respectfully, Tom, I'm sorry. I remember the last time we fucking reviewed Blink, I was like, bring Tom back. Mark, calm down. Now I'm like, Mark, you kind of carried this shit like a little bit. So I'm so sorry. But like in the singles were very good. I still really do like, I think it was like, how many singles did they drop? Like 4?
Yeah, it was like 4.
I'm pretty sure it was like 3 out of the 4 I liked. There was just one song where I was like, guys, this was not good. You shouldn't have put this out. But yeah, that's my review. It's just, to me, it wasn't memorable, but maybe I just need to listen to it again. I didn't really get anything like at all from it.
Fair enough. Yeah, I am kind of in the same boat in the sense of like I think it's going to take a couple more listens to really appreciate it. Yeah, but on the first listen, granted, I'm not the Blink-182 fan of the two of us. You are. So my expectations were just like, oh, Tom's back in the band, like cool. I thought that the singles did a pretty good job of kind of showing the range on the record and the different things that they were going to be covering, which I can respect because there are plenty of times on here where the singles are one thing and the album is another thing and we are pissed about it. So they didn't leave anything up to the imagination in that sense. But it did feel like at certain points where it was like Tom was like not sure what he was doing, like vocally, like 1 second the twang is on, the next second it's off,
and that's what you want from Tom's vocals. Like Mark's like the clean vocalist, even though fucking Tom's not screaming, but you know what I mean. It's like the clean, his pitch, his tone, and then Tom comes in with the fucking flair of the like that, and that's Blink.
The spice to the spicy meatball,
Exactly. And what the fuck is it?
Yeah, and then there were certain moments in the record where Tom was like so into the twang that it was like you can clearly tell that he's just putting on a show at that point.
Yeah.
And it's like it's respectable live when he does it with a song that's been out for 30 years because it's like it's borderline funny at that point because it's like
exactly he's
it's
gonna make fun of himself.
It's a that like that part of the song. It's a meme. So it lean all the way into it, but like a brand new fucking song, like I'm glad we got the twang on, but like tone it down just a second.
Tone it down like a tiny bit. It's not funny yet. Give it like 20 years and then it'll be funny to do.
Yeah, but I like what the record stands for. Like One More Time finally hit me on like the third and the fourth listen.
Damn.
Well,
like the 20th listen I started to get it.
No, it like obviously I knew what it stood for. You asshole. I understood what all I had to do was read the title and I understood what the fuck it meant. But like
what does that mean?
One more time, I wonder if it's a masturbation joke.
I really cried to edging. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, sobbed so hard when I got the edging. But really digging into the lyrics and listening to the lyrics, which is the point I was trying to get to, really made the song click. Obviously, gonna just make it clear again. I knew what the song was talking about the first time I listened to it. Since you want to be fucking glad we got that one out of the way. Yeah, we got right over my head. But there were plenty of songs on here where I was just like, all right. But that's kind of how I feel about Blink-182 in general.
That's fair.
A lot of there's plenty of filler for the killer kind of thing. And I feel like their albums are kind of a mixed bag. So I got what I expected.
Their self-titled is not a mixed bag.
Okay, well, I'm not going to listen to it. So I do have to become familiar with their discography though, because I did spend money to see Pierce the Veil open for them, and they happen to be there as well. So
I forgot I have to grab tickets for that. Yeah. Actually, I don't know if I'm going yet. I really want to do it because I've heard that Violence is like permanent on the set, and that is my fucking song. That's like top 5 songs of all time for me. And I do need to hear it in my lifetime. And if Pierce the Veil is opening, I feel like that's just fate. That's just fucking Blink saying, you have to come to this show. Yeah. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Ironically enough, I was actually, editing the interview with Anthony this morning, and you and him were talking about that song I stumbled apart in the interview where you guys were talking about that. And I'm like, damn, this is a full circle moment right now. Check out that interview that came out today. Boys Like Girls dropped their new album Sunday at Foxwoods. Now, this is another record that we have not covered really at all.
The singles, the singles like at all.
But, Boys Like Girls, big band in the early 2010s. They had the bangers.
Fucking Childhood.
Yeah. The Great Escape. I mean, never listened to that song on Spotify ever, but every single time it comes on in a show, I know exactly. I know every fucking word
for word. Yep. Yeah.
So they got bangers, and they're finally back. They've been on tour, fucking huge tour. I got texts that were like, "You going to see Boys Like Girls tonight?" Because they're in Philly tonight. I'm like, "Nope, I'm going to be talking about their record though."
It's the next best thing.
So really had no expectations like going into the record, because obviously know the hits, but really haven't checked the band out further than that. Really didn't. I probably like checked out the first single when it came out because everybody was like, "Boys Like Girls is back," and I'm like, cool, I'll dive into the hoopla. See what
I know that song.
Yeah, I know that song.
Yeah.
But haven't been following it at all. Knew it was happening though. The opening track, clocking in at about 2 minutes, is cool. It's a slow build into The Outside. There are a couple of bunches of slower moments on this record. There's a packet in the middle of like 2 songs, and then the last 2 songs are on the slower side as well. But there's a ton of bangers on this record where it almost makes up for the 2 slower portions of the record. I mean, they really front loaded the fucking album like with the heavy hitting singles, and there's a reason why those songs were singles. But I would say my favorite song was actually Story of a Lifetime. That one was a fucking ripper.
One of them.
Yeah. Back way down track 10, track 11.
Damn.
But yeah, that song's a fucking ripper. But honestly, I enjoyed this record a lot. I didn't, as I said, didn't have any expectations going into it, but my expectations were blown through the roof because I didn't have any.
I did have expectations for this record only because they were I discovered them for the first time when I was watching, I forget his name. I know the setup. I can picture the actual frame of the video, but it was a guy who was doing like uh impersonations of famous singers. So it was like he did the Boys Like Girls, and then he did like fucking Sam Smith, and then it was like fucking Adele or something. And I was like, whoa, this is crazy, but what is that song they just sang? And then I found Great Escape, and then I listened to their self-titled because that's where the Great Escape is. So that song was that album was in my rotation when I was younger, when I was a youngin. But I haven't listened to it in a minute because I haven't gone back to it. So going into this, I was like, I fucking loved that record when I was younger. Please be good. And this, in my opinion, is better than the self-titled. Just from memory. I need to revisit it again, but just it flowed so well. It was definitely a more mature sound. They aren't trying to do the Great Escape sound again. It's not like I didn't hear anything on here where I was like, you guys are
Leave that in
I know what you're
2010.
trying to do.
Yeah.
2006, brother. 2006. But it was like I didn't hear anything on here where it was like, you guys are trying to relive, the big era that you had, huh? It felt a lot more mature, but it still was really fucking good. I thought it flowed crazy well. I know you said there were a couple slow parts on here, but I didn't even notice them because it just worked. And it wasn't like we got a snoozer
brother.
here. Oh, boots, I'm skipping this shit. I can't skip anything on the playlist, actually. I have to fucking listen to it.
Yeah.
But there was nothing on here that made me, pick up my phone. Like, dude, is there any
Is it almost over?
Is this song almost over yet? Genuinely, the entire fucking record was great. Story of a Lifetime was also my personal favorite. I liked Blood and Sugar, and then I also liked, I think it was, well, the opener. I also really fucking liked. Honestly, just great, really, really great record. And I did have expectations going into it, and I was very happy with what they did with it. So,
Oh yeah.
you guys fucking crushed it. Thank
yeah.
you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Here we go. Magnolia Park dropped their new album Halloween Mixtape 2. Do you think they're just gonna do this like every Halloween? This is a genuine question.
That'd be pretty badass. I feel like they
Yeah.
wouldn't they've missed? Yeah, they missed last year. So maybe every 2 years, because Halloween,
fine.
the first one came out 2021, and then Baku's Revenge was the record of 2022. But
Gotcha.
I mean, again, the output here is insane.
I don't understand how they're able to do it, is the crazy thing. Like this is a whole album every single year. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
There was definitely there were a couple of songs, not a ton, which is also crazy. Like literally like 2 or 3 songs from the double EP that made their way over to the record. Obviously 3 of the collab songs were dropped as like little EP right before. So those made it on here. This record is solid. I think that the way they break the tracks up with like the Halloween tips is a super unique way to set the album flow. And I mean, I feel like we sound like broken records at this point, and I'm sure you're gonna say the same thing I did. I'm going to, which is all fucking bangers, bro.
Yeah. It genuinely this was an easy playlist. It was 10 hours long, but it was an easy playlist to get through because I don't think there were any stinkers, if I'm being honest. No, never mind. I take it back.
She's looking at that Poppy record.
Spoiler alert. Womp womp. But yeah, great fucking record. My favorite is still the one with TX2. I don't know. Something about that song. It just really makes me happy. I did also like the Halloween tips. I just think it's a really cool concept. I like that they have little seasonal things. They have Halloween. No one releases Halloween shit, and I'm just so happy that they do. They're appreciating the great season. So yeah, I fucking loved it.
Oh yeah. Of Virtue dropped their new album Omen. We spoke to Damon from Of Virtue. It is out now. We've been sitting on it for a minute. The album was supposed to come out in September, finally came out in October 27th. Now the record fucking rips.
Yeah.
My only gripe, and I'm sure you know exactly what I'm going to say, so many singles.
That's like my least favorite thing ever. I think it's both of our least favorite things ever, where you basically fucking spoil the record by putting out like 50 singles and then saying, okay guys, here's one last song for the record. They didn't do that exactly, but yeah, no, I completely agree.
So many singles that the first interview we did with the band was about Sinner, which is track 9 on the record.
And that was that like
year and a half
that was
ago.
a year ago.
Yeah,
a year and a half. Fuck.
Because then there was the Sinner EP.
Yep.
And then we dove into, singles that were just off the record. Now, release rollout aside, because we did talk about that in the interview, and obviously Damon said, it's a singles world, and I totally get it. Like, can't diss people for that, because that is just where we are in the day and age.
Unfortunately.
But it's still a gripe of ours. But removing the fact that there were a lot of singles on the record, this shit, ripper after ripper after ripper after fucking banger and banger, and then another ripper. And dude, every single song on this record is a single.
Yeah. Like, I understand why they put out
you just can't pick which one should be singles, because they're all fucking singles.
Yeah, they made a very it made it very easy to put out singles. There wasn't a single song. There wasn't a single that they put out where I was like, "Oh, this is a deep cut. Why'd you put this out here?" It was always just like, "Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that's fair." It's my favorite. I'm just gonna fucking throw this out there. Floating.
Mine too.
Rory, I love you. You're doing great. Damn, you can see my mic turn red because I yelled that. But yeah, I think it's a great record. I think you put it perfectly. We are literally saying this for the past couple records, fucking albums that we've spoken about, but genuinely hit after hit. I love this band. I love the music. Great chat as always.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Varsity dropped their new album Levitate. Oh my god, I fucking love this band. We spoke to Varsity, but it's not announced. It's not out yet. But just keep an eye out. It was really good. That's one of my favorites. After that, I was like, okay, that was really fucking good. My favorite. Oh, well, let me just fucking say how I felt about the record before I fucking say that. I think it's a really solid record. I don't have any notes. It's just it's kind of frustrating because I feel so lazy when I'm like, I don't have anything to say except for it was really good. But it's like, when you put out a good record, there's nothing else to add except this was really fucking good. Listen to it, and then you'll know what we're talking about. My favorite was Kill the Rich, featuring Andy from Monuments, and I thought just fucking track ripped. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Just hit after hit.
Yeah.
Fucking love this band.
And yeah, no, I'm in the same boat. Fucking record rips. There's not a single miss on the record. And I mean, we even talked about it in the interview. I was like, there are a lot of tracks on here, but they all fucking rip. So you can't even complain.
Can't be mad at it.
Yeah. So there's all killer, no filler. My favorite part about the record is Joey's vocals.
Yep.
The R&B-esque vocals over the metal riffs, dude. So good.
Give me more.
Not something you hear every day, but
Yeah.
greatly appreciated.
Great mashup.
Yeah. So overall, a solid fucking record. Highly recommend it, and keep your eyes peeled because we do have an interview with Joey coming in the next couple of weeks.
And it's really fucking good.
Yes, sir.
Watch it. Yeah.
Hollow Front dropped a new album, The Fear of Letting Go. We spoke to Tyler from the band. Glory was in Vegas when we did it. It was a great time.
It was a great time. I was worried about that interview because firstly, we had technical issues. My fucking laptop didn't want to work, so then I had to do it on my phone.
Mhm.
Um, Great conversation, just great fucking interview. I love that one a lot.
Yeah.
And great record. The first track, I believe I said it in the interview. I was like, dude, that fucking first track is crazy. So that's my favorite. That's my personal favorite.
The Fear of.
But genuinely, what I'm
The Fear of. The opener.
yeah, Fear of. The
Yeah.
Fear of. Yeah, the opener. Great track. Honestly, that 3-track run in the beginning, crazy. I fucking love it. Great record. Again, I feel so lazy.
Don't
feel
worry,
so
Gloria. We're
fucking
getting into the
lazy.
Poppy record. You can rip into that one.
I can't wait. I'm gonna go fucking track by track with that one to show like, no guys, I do listen to this stuff. But yeah, great fucking record. I love it so much, and I will be actively revisiting this one, especially that opener. I'm actually adding it to my playlist right now.
Hell yeah.
So I was like, wait a minute, I forgot to do that.
Yeah, this record, another fucking banger. Not a single slow song on here. All fucking rippers.
Thank you.
I do love the split of the title for the first and the last song on the record. First one was The Fear of, the last one's Letting Go. And then, the last song having Dakota, formerly of Hollow Front, is really, really fitting.
It's really cool.
And he's also on another song on the record, Under Pressure. I didn't realize when we did the interview that Crash and Burn had JT from Era.
Yeah, I didn't fucking see that. I don't think we're able to see.
It wasn't on the.
We weren't in that one. Yeah, we weren't. It wasn't in the advance.
Yeah,
I don't think.
It wasn't. It wasn't
for
like written.
Reason.
Yeah. But that was a pleasant surprise finding out about that. But solid fucking record.
Yeah.
So fucking good. Fantastic band. They're crushing it too. They're on the cover of one of the Spotify metal playlists. And I'm like, God damn.
That's huge.
I'd love to see that.
Good for them. Good for them. Please check them out. They're so fucking good. And this record's immaculate. I love them. I love them so much.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Poppy dropped her new album, Zig, and it is awful. Okay, so let me start. So I was very excited to see that the Poppy record was finally out and that it was in the playlist. And I was like, yes, because I like Poppy. At least I thought I did. So started off great. I like Church Outfit. I think that that's just a good song. I was happy with it as a single. I'm pretty sure. And then I think all the other singles, I was like, I don't know about this one, Poppy. It's a little strange. Why is it pop? Firstly, and it's like, it's just so strange, and not like in like the it's poppy strange. It's just in like why the fuck did she make this genre switch? And I understand that like bands and artists we encourage fucking bands and artists to do it. We're always like, yo, fuck the people who are like, oh, why didn't you sound like your old record or whatever? But it's like, Poppy, you were known, like your fucking brand was kind of like the baby metal thing, where it's like they do like hyper pop or just something like girly. You can see my fucking quotes, girly, with then like a fucking crazy ass breakdown after it.
Metal, yeah,
exactly. And it's like that was her brand because she's her whole thing is creepy. I don't know if it's creepy anymore. I haven't seen like her stage presence or any videos of her recently, but that was the thing she was playing on. And then this was just it all the songs kind of blended together, and it was just like everything was kind of indistinguishable. It was just like really weird, and I didn't like it. And I was so excited because I want to like this record, but I wanted another goddamn, I can't even fucking remember. I disagree, or I wanted another Am I a Girl? It's just like I fucking loved those. I just wasn't a fan. Disappointed that I wasn't a fan. I'm not happy to shit on her, but there's no other way to say like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, wasn't the biggest fan of this one solely because it really works off of repetition. And that was a point that was made during one of the singles. I couldn't tell you which, because it started out very strong, the single rollout, and then just got to the point where it was like,
Tough.
okay,
It was difficult.
yes, trying to find the silver lining in the songs as we got closer to the record. I agree with you in the fact that, you know, Church Outfit is probably the best song on the record, but I was kind of left feeling the same way, where it was a lot of the same, a lot of repetition, and you know, not that I expect her to do I Disagree again
Over and over.
but this is just like sound change, fine. This, no.
Wrong sound change.
Yeah.
Wrong one. Pick another one.
Yeah.
Try again.
Not a fan. So yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense that Poppy, you know, the Paris and Poppy tour makes more sense now after hearing this record.
No, it clicks.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
I get it now.
got you.
'Cause
You
Poppy
heard
doesn't
this
do that
record
anymore.
because she's not. You know, I'm gonna leave it. Yeah. You know what? It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking Back Sunday dropped a new album, 152, 152, 152.
152.
Who knows?
Whatever the hell you want it to be.
Whatever the hell. Now, this album rips.
Absolutely.
It's
I'm gonna be so.
that's the best song.
It's still my favorite. I listened to it and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so old.
Yeah.
It's so fucking fun. It's not like a fun topic, but like I love the fucking wordplay. It's so fucking cool.
The wordplay
Yeah.
is my favorite part about the song.
Yeah. Look.
Well-
No.
No, that's
No,
actually the only
really?
reason why I listen to it. You know, the instrumental's actually terrible. I just, you know, the wordplay is fun.
Yeah, the entire thing actually sucks, but I like when he says so old.
and then when he goes, so old.
It's like, I get it.
Dude,
I
he
get
was
it.
cooking with
Fuck
that
everything
one.
else though.
Yeah.
No, he fucking got that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's my favorite song on the record.
Oh, yeah.
Instrumental included.
Yes, we're fucking around.
But this whole record is so good. There weren't a shitload of singles for it, and you know, I'm just stoked to finally have a new Taking Back Sunday record, to finally cover a new Taking Back Sunday record, because you know, it's been a while since we had new Taking Back Sunday music.
A long time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
I really did fuck with this record. I was a little worried because, as I told you, I kind of have a, I don't know, preconceived like just idea,
live.
opinion. Yeah, it's the live performance kind of spoiled them a little bit. Might have been an off day. That might just be how they perform, and it's just not what I, you know, look for in a band. Everyone likes their own performances and whatnot. But oh, my bad. Just use Shane editing stuff because I misspelled something before. But this record did bring it back for me. It surprised me because I went in with I might not like it, and that's okay. But I fucking loved it. Everything was great. My favorite, just like we've said earlier, is So Old.
So old.
And so old. And yeah, I fucking loved it. Great record. Well done, guys.
Oh yeah, we're free when you're free. By the way, Taking Back Sunday.
Please. Wargasm dropped a new album. Venom. That's not it's supposed to be said like that. Venom.
This record, dude. Now, been a fan of Wargasm since I checked them out.
Since forever.
Yeah, checked them out when they were opening for the Biscuit. Last year.
We've only been following him for a year
and a half, because
damn, that feels like since the start of the podcast.
that'd be a long fucking time.
Yeah.
But I've been a fan of them for a minute. So when the debut record was finally announced, I was like, oh, more than just the EP, let's fucking go. And a handful of singles that aren't on the EP, obviously, but expectations blown out of the water. So fucking solid. Saw a couple of people on Twitter today saying that this is just like a fantastic new metal record, like one of the best in a
God.
minute.
Yeah.
It's got everything I could have possibly wanted from a Wargasm record, and shit that I didn't even know I could get, like a Fred Durst feature. They got Mr. Biscuit himself on Bang Your Head, which is probably still my favorite song. So like there are so many great songs on this record, arguably the whole fucking record. But I mean, they got Fred Durst on Bang Your Head.
I mean, because you are the resident Limp Bizkit Fred Durst fan, Stan, I don't know, fucking biggest fan ever. I feel like you have to say that Bang Your Head is your favorite track because Fred is on it.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But yeah, I love the whole record. I'm stoked to spend a shitload of time with it, and we're free when you're free, Wargasm, just so you know.
Just so you know, my favorite is I have three. Okay, so my first is Do It So Good. I think honestly they did crazy with the singles. I kind of feel bad because majority of my favorite 2 out of 3 are actually is it 3 of 3? Was Death Rattle a single?
I think so.
I don't remember Death Rattle being a single. Let me check. No, it wasn't.
You're good.
It wasn't. We're good. Oh, thank God. So 2 out of the 3 are singles. So you guys picked amazing songs because they still linked back to what you should expect from the album because everything's very cohesive. I just love their sound. It's so fun because they have hyperpop moments and then it's fucking new metal. So it's like you have a little it's just fun. I fucking love them. So Do It So Good, Bang Your Head, Death Rattle. Thank you. Great tracks, great record. Title track is good. Modern Love is great. Feral is great. I only really have good things to say about this record. I'm in love with this band. I fucking love this band.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Sharia Moore dropped a new EP, Some Songs.
Sharia Moore.
Dude.
Can't do this anymore.
Stoked for more Sharia Moore. 702, the banger off the EP. Storm and 1,000 Miles, Back Home. Some slower cuts. We don't get to see Sharia Moore like that all the time, so it was cool. Storm is the slower of the two. I mean, Ronnie didn't get his drum solo, and Trey didn't get his screaming part.
Solo?
Yeah.
Guys, what's going on?
What's happening? That's okay. And 1,000 Miles was like a cool middle ground between the two songs that were on there. And then there were 2 acoustic songs, and normally we don't cover them, but Sharia Moore, we love them, and I figured they were going to crush the acoustics, and they did. Love's Not Your Thing. Solid. Orlando though, that acoustics version, dude, it's like haunting.
Yeah, it did make me sad. It made me, and because it's a sad song. When you're not like kind of dancing to it, and when you actually have to like sit down and listen to the lyrics, you're like, oh shit, Trey, are you okay? Is everything okay? Great EP. I'm happy that this is the one time where I'm like, no, I'm happy you actually added acoustic tracks. It doesn't feel like filler. Because Orlando was a single when they first put out when they put out their fucking EP. And hearing it slowed down, it feels like a completely different track. So I loved that. Love's Not Your Thing acoustic, amazing. I love that song. And my favorite was actually 702. It would be 702, 1,000 Miles, and then Storm. Storm was unfortunately my least favorite, but that does not make it bad because Sheree Moore is really fucking good. And also, you said Trey's screaming part. It's actually Casey who screams. Thanks.
I'm sorry,
Casey.
The
biggest Sharia Moore fan ever. I love you guys. Oh, the Callous Cowboys dropped their new EP. God smiles upon the Callous Cowboys. I fucking love this band. Honest, their fucking last record was incredible, and I still look back on it and I'm like, damn, they did something with that shit. Great fucking live performance because they're on tour right now, and I just want to say if they are coming to a city near you, please see them. It will change your fucking life. Great EP. It's only 3 songs, unfortunately. My favorite is Whack.
Wah, wah.
My favorite's actually, I was gonna say Wacko Jesus, but it's actually Pushing the Pink Envelope. It is actually, it's Pushing the Pink Envelope, and then it's Designer Shroud of Turin, and then it's Wacko Jesus. That's my order. Solid EP. no, all killer, no filler. Blood emoji, knife emoji. Fucking Spencer Charnes ass saying. I fucking love it. Great. I fucking love this band.
Hell yeah.
Fuck.
We got to speak with Maddie from the band. That will be out soon. In the interview, I mentioned that, granted, EP is still chaotic as fuck, but it's definitely got a little bit of a more what's the word I'm looking for? Palatable edge to it. A little bit more. Still definitely got its unstructured moments, but has some more structure to it than the last record, because like
it was a lot.
The last record, like the singles, I'm like, these are the singles. What is the rest of the record going to sound like? These
are the safe tracks.
All right, they're going out swinging, I guess. And it, talking to Maddie, they were like, yes and no. Like they were like, these are our influences, and it certainly comes through, and that was kind of the intention, but also kind of not. So I don't feel crazy in that feeling, because one of the band members confirmed it for me. So I enjoyed the EP. I liked the song with Pulses, because the lyrics from Pulses feature, great as always.
Fucking loved it. I also feel like they had their hands in the guitars a little bit. Did you get that vibe as well? I don't know. Something in the guitars felt Pulses-ish. I heard it and I was like, who did that? Unless they were listening to Pulses and they were like, we want to get a little bit more of their influence in there. I don't know. The guitars just felt more Pulses centric, which was great. That's a good thing.
Hell yeah. Sentinels dropped a new EP, In Limbo. Another 3-track EP. Is kind of the introduction to what is a new era of the band, new frontman. And it's short. It's like under 10 minutes, but these 3 songs absolutely rip. I mean, I love this band. They're super underrated, and stoked to see where they go with the new vocalist.
Absolutely. This new vocalist, you're fucking awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed these tracks. They went by so quickly. Genuinely, I looked up and I was like, oh, and then it was gone, and I was like, oh
shit,
really good though, insane. My favorite, I think, was just the opener, fucking Nomadic, which is cool to say, actually. Nomadic. Great track, great 3-track EP. Can we not normalize 3-track EPs while I have the stage here, while I have the mic? Guys, can we make it like max like 5 and like minimum like 4? For EPs, that would be great. 3 that's just singles. I don't know what to tell you guys. That's not okay. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. It just pisses me off just like a little bit. But I mean, as long as all the tracks are good, I'm okay.
Thanks for letting us know how you feel.
Yeah, thanks. Of course. Glimmers dropped a new single, Jaded. Okay, I want to fucking touch on the controversy of this song before, because I think it's fucking ridiculous.
Crazy, by the way.
And it's crazy how much it's blown up, because I saw their statement. I don't know why I quoted that, because they shouldn't have had to make a statement, I think. And it had like 1,000 quote retweets of people just like shitting on them. And I was like, who the fuck is doing this? I understand the track. And I get it. And it's a completely fair thing to say, because it is a very common thing. The lyrics are basically saying like, hey, not every female fronted or non-man fronted band is fucking Hayley Williams. And that's a completely fair thing to say, because we spoke to, God, who was it? We spoke to a band and she was like, they were a fucking metal band. And she was like, did they even listen to the record? Who was it?
Vexed.
Do you remember that? Vexed. She was like, it wasn't even anything like Paramore, but for whatever reason, it said for fans of Paramore, just because it's fucking female fronted. And it's a completely valid thing to say, hey, I'm not Hayley Williams. Please don't compare us to Paramore. I think it's a great track, and I think it's a completely fair thing to sing about and write about. Because someone has to say it. I mean, people fucking tweet it all the time, and everyone's like, yeah. Someone puts in a song once, and people are like, you're using Paramore for streams. That's like, okay, they can share a couple of those. I don't think that Haley Williams is gonna fucking notice that fucking 200 people are fucking listening to this song right now and not fucking, ain't it fun or whatever.
Listening to Paramore.
Exactly.
Pump the brakes on Paramore for a second. Check out Glimmers. That's all right.
They'll live. They will live. And it's like people use because people are like, you're using it in the comments or you're using it in the hashtags and whatever. And I'm like, is that not how bands grow? Like people do if you make like metalcore or you're gonna put fucking like Ice Nine Kills, Motionless in White. You're gonna put like big bands. So then it's like, hey, are you a fan of these bands? You're gonna like this song. But it's like it's more of just because of the topic they put. It's in the fucking lyrics. They're gonna, of course, put hashtags. I'm sorry. It hit a nerve when I saw all those people mad at Glimmers because I'm like, they are the sweetest people ever, and how are you just wailing on them like this?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I love the song. Mad as fuck about the reception of it. But that's just it. I don't want to yell anymore. I'm not yelling, but I don't want to rant anymore. I'm sorry. I feel like I just completely talked over you.
No, that's okay, man. You said it better than I could have. But yeah, no, I wholeheartedly agree. I read the statement. I read some of the quote tweets. I read some of the indirects, all that fucking garbage, and I was just like, what is happening? Because I had no idea, because I would assume it like started over on like TikTok and Instagram, like where they were heavily promoting the song, and I didn't see any of that. So I come over to Twitter and there's a 2-page statement on first tweet I see, and I'm like, all right, now I gotta get caught up. What the fuck happened?
We're gonna see what happened. What you gonna say?
What happened now? And I'm reading it and I'm like, this is weird.
This is what we're mad at now?
What is happening right now? Yeah, that's kind of my take on it. I mean, I didn't think there was anything wrong with the title of the song. Obviously respect them changing it, but I don't think they had to. But that doesn't discredit the fact that the song is amazing. It talks about something that should be talked about more. I know Maggie has been taking a stance about it for longer than promoting the song. I've seen her do stories and shorts and TikToks and reels and all that shit talking about this happening within the industry before this song was even teased. So I'm glad that it's in a song. I'm glad that they're talking about it because it's something that should be talked about. And I think the haters were hating because they wanted to hate. They were bored that day and they're like,
nothing better to do.
Yeah. So song rips. Check it out. Glimmers, great band. Ass shaking bops, always great people. Hell yeah. Ryan Oakes and Hoodie Allen dropped a new single, Tea Time.
Holy fuck. Dude. This is my favorite thing that he's put out. All his other tracks, great. I love them. This track, I was gonna just kind of like close my eyes and zone out of the music and just kind of like process it. As soon as this track came on, eyes fucking opened like fucking at the end of Twilight. I've never seen the movie, but I've seen like the clip, like the eyes opening with the red. And that was fucking me when I heard it for the first time. Holy shit. This song is so good. This is like hit material. Like, I need this song to take over. Ryan, I gotta shake your hand. I gotta fucking fly to California and shake your hand for this one. I think he's in California. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's in California.
Because he works with Jaden, and Jaden's in LA.
Yeah. Yep. So I gotta, dude, I really don't have anything else to say. It's so catchy, and I like how the fucking title comes into it, and we just kind of he just kind of drops it. Holy shit. I don't know. This one like made me fucking smile ear to ear like a fucking Grinch. Yeah. I loved it.
Yeah, I've been seeing this one all over our TikTok timeline because every single time we talk about Ryan, it's just like, and I saw this song for the past month on TikTok, by the way, because he's
so happy it's finally out.
He's crushing the TikTok game. But I heard the clip of this song and I was like, this is undeniably a smacker, the whole thing.
Yeah. Funny
And
thing, I actually didn't hear any of this on TikTok. I haven't seen this one, so it was like brand new for me.
Mhm.
Continue. I'm sorry.
yeah, he did a lot of content with Hoodie Allen when they were at the New York City stop of the Don Broco tour, because they were like walking in front of Webster Hall and shit. I'm like, damn, that's fitting. I love that. But this song fucking rips. It's one of my favorites. I mean, the song with Loveless, the one that put us on to Ryan, is still probably my favorite, because I mean, the Heavyweight,
Come on.
can't deny that song is fucking incredible. But this is up there. This one's really good.
This one did dethrone Heavyweight for me.
God
like,
damn.
First listen, I was like, oh my God, this is better than Heavyweight. And that's crazy to say because I had that one on repeat for like a solid week. It was like the only song that I listened to. But this one, I feel it bubbling. This is going to be the next one.
Yeah.
This is going to be the next one. Charlotte Sands dropped her new single, Get Over It. Damn right. Get over it.
Yeah.
This song rocked. I love Charlotte.
Yeah, song rips. New record coming out in January. Very stoked for that. Finally time for the debut record. But yeah, the song is great. Stoked to see what comes next.
Absolutely. I love you, Charlotte Sands.
Hell yeah.
Love you.
Young Blood and Ollie Sykes from none other than Bring Me the Horizon dropped a new single, Happier.
Mm-hmm.
I hate how great these two people work together.
Obey is still like one of my favorite songs of all time. So when I saw this pair up, I was like, is he just now putting out his other half of the song?
Fixing another error of Glory's on the sheet.
I did this I was car sick. I did this in the back of a fucking van.
That's okay.
My friend's van.
You did a good job.
But yeah, I was like, has he been holding on to this since like, what was that, 2021?
2020. That
2020?
EP came out 3 years ago.
Shit. Wow. So I don't know. I feel like he's been holding on to this one, and because I mean it's fair. I don't think it would have fit on his last 2 records. Has he dropped 2 records in that time?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't have fit. It wouldn't have fit at all on those. So I understand why. It's like a lot more poppy than I expected, but it works really well. Again, I saw the 2 names and I was like, oh, Obey Part 2, and it wasn't. But that's completely fair, I guess. But really, really great track, and I completely agree. It's kind of strange how well these completely two different artists work together. It's great.
Yeah, this song is solid, and I can't even be mad. It's so good.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
I love them. Safe Face and Heart Attack Man dropped their new single, Song the Bullets Sing. Okay. I love Safe Face. I love Heart Attack Man. So seeing this song, seeing this being, fucking tweeted, like, new song with Heart Attack Man coming out this Friday or next Friday or something. I forget the timeline that they announced it. I was so fucking excited. And I listened to it and I was like, that was good. Where's Eric? And I listened to it again and I was like, okay, he's like, was he just kind of buried in the mix for you as well? Was it my headphones fucking up? Because then I listened to it on the speakers as well. And I like hear him, but he's not like singing. He's kind of like towards the middle of the song. He's kind of like, it feels like kind of like spoken word poetry. He's not like screaming or, like his tone when he sings. And he fucking screams too. So I was looking for that kind of chaotic energy. And I didn't hear any of it, and I'm kind of sad because I wanted like Pitch Black and Save Face having a baby, and I was like, that would be like so fucking good. Like if fucking Tyler was on Pitch Black, that would have been amazing. And you would be able to so I was expecting something with that energy, at least his energy being on fucking Save Face's track to be like that. But to me, you're just buried. I can barely pick up his voice, and it's very Tyler heavy, which is cool. I mean, it's his fucking band, but like, I don't know. It still didn't feel like Hammy was featured. It felt like it would be like a hidden feature. Like if you listen really closely, you could hear Eric on this track. But I don't. I'm kind of sad about it.
Yeah. I didn't. He didn't come out guns blazing, which is what I thought would happen.
Yeah.
But the song was solid nonetheless.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Little disappointed that Eric and Tyler didn't have a scream off, but that's okay.
It's like their fucking energy together. If they were both like at 100%, it would have fucking ruined my day. Like I would have been so happy. But this one, my day just continued. It was fine.
It wasn't ruined. I hate when that happens.
Guys, you have one job. But yeah, that's it. I feel bad for saying that because like I'm like Save Face. I'm like their top 3 bands for me ever. And being like, guys, come on. I feel so shitty, but I love them. So I kind of have to say this.
Fair enough. Texas in July put out a new single, Put to Death. Fucking rips, man. EP comes out in a couple weeks. Very stoked.
This song rips, and I am also very stoked. Ditto is what I'm saying.
Ditto. Man.
Ditto. Jiraiya and Pink Shift dropped a new single, Eat Your Friends. I fucking love when artists, I said this when Don Broco put out the birthday party thing, and I think it obviously has happened other times, but I love when bands put out songs with the bands that they're going on tour with. Granted, this is like more than halfway through the tour.
The tour's over.
So kind of, the tour fucking wrapped up already?
Yeah.
Why did I think they were only halfway through?
Because Pollyanna's only halfway through their 5-week trek across the United States. But this tour is over. They just finished up their headliners. Now they do Honey Revenge, which is a full US.
Okay. Heard. So I just mashed the 2 to get. Okay.
Yeah Pink fair. Shift's got some dates too, going into the end of the year. But Jiraiya has no dates publicly on the calendar for the rest of the year.
Yeah. Damn. Okay. Well, the fucking tour's over. Why are you dropping it after the tour? See, because that was my problem. Because it's like in my opinion, you should either put this out right before the tour so people are able to learn it and then, get excited to see it live, or halfway through the tour when people have already been introduced to said bands and they're able to be like, oh shit, I like, this vocalist because I saw them live or I've listened to some of their tracks preparing for the tour, and now you have a song with my favorite band? This is crazy. Like, as I said, fucking Don Broco, they did that with the entire tour package. So I was so happy. Is it my favorite version of the song? No, but it's so fucking cool still. So it makes me kind of sad, the timing of when this was put out, but regardless, it's a great track. I fucking love Jiraiya and I love Pink Shift, so you can't really go wrong with this. And I think they did great. I think the mashup's great. The timing, guys, put this out like 2 months early in this, and we would have been great.
Yeah, the timing was a little bit confusing to me, and another thing that was confusing is they played it every night of the tour, but it opened Pink Shift's set, so I thought it was a Pink Shift song, and then Jiraiya announced it, and it's a Jiraiya song featuring Pink Shift. Now I understand why it was
So
played.
they did play it.
Yes, they played it every night. It opened Pink Shift's
Sorry, guys.
set, but it still wasn't out. So your point still stands, which is but now I understand why they played it during Pink Shift's set, because Pink Shift the band plays on the track. It's not just Ashrita featuring vocals. The band is playing. So I understand that, but at the same time, I was like, oh, they're playing a new Pink Shift song. Pink Shift is just like I'm in Philly the Friday night that the EP came out. I'm like, all right, I got new music cooking, but it was a Jiraiya song. So that was a little confusing when the announcement came, and it came from Jiraiya's page, not Pink Shift's. But other than that, the song itself is great. It's very
great.
good.
Yeah, great song.
Yeah, definitely a mashup of people that has been a long time coming, because I have seen these two artists perform together like on the same bill multiple times. And it was like, at this point, I'm just patiently waiting for a song, because they've been friends forever.
Forever and ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, guys.
Green Day put out a new single, The American Dream Is Killing Me. Do we have to spend time talking about this, or can we say it sucked and moved on?
I'm not mad at it, but it's incredibly mid.
It's incredibly bland.
I didn't move like at all. No one moved
Mhm.
when this dropped.
It kind of feels like a big band's interpretation of what a punk band sounds like now.
That's crazy. It does sound like they're trying to fucking impersonate.
It's like they forgot.
There's a disconnect.
Yeah. They're finally big enough where the disconnect, because like people shit all over the Fucker album. I don't even call it by its name anymore.
Dog shit.
It was terrible.
Soap. Wasn't it? What was it? What did
Father
we call
of all motherfuckers.
Foam.
Yeah, Foam.
Yeah,
The
Foam.
Motherfuckers album. People shit all over that one. And now this, they're like, oh, I guess we gotta return to form or whatever, and they're just like, it just feels forced and like a big band's interpretation of what a punk band sounds like, and I see right through that shit.
Now that you say it, absolutely. Yeah, that's actually fucking right on the nose. It's crazy. They need to listen to their old shit.
Because it's like they've always been a band signed to a major label for their entire fucking career. So it's not like they've got records that are through and through punk records, and it's just like, this does not feel like that. It's a punk
It's not
song.
authentic.
It's a punk song on paper, but as you said, the it's not authentic in the slightest. I see right through that shit, and I don't like that shit. Like,
it feels plastic.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Yeah. Just if you gave this like fucking like Knuckle Buck or like Neck Deep, I'd be like, oh fuck yeah.
Because they would have had some heart and soul into it.
Exactly. They would have actually put something into it, but it just kind of feels like they're foam.
Even Billy Joe's vocals feel like he wasn't even putting any effort into the fucking song in the booth.
They forced him into the booth.
It's so flat. He's like, yeah, the American dream, it's killing me. Like, what? You're living the American dream, bro. You probably got like 6 mansions.
You're
Fuck
rich
you.
as fuck.
You're going on a stadium tour with direct support from the Smashing Pumpkins, bro. Like, fuck you.
Fuck you and fuck the Smashing Pumpkins. Come on, guys. Do better. Do fucking better. Yeah, no, this song, as I said, incredibly mid. It's just, I didn't think it was bad. If you think it was AI generated?
What AI thinks Green Day sounds like in the year of 2023.
Imagine the NFL is just like, hey, just ask ChatGPT. Just do it.
Yeah, this was not great. It almost made, because I was like gonna go to the tour next year anyway, just because like it's Green Day, and if it's in my area, I feel like, I saw them in Hella Mega. They put on a pretty good show, but like this, granted, they're probably not gonna play any new songs because they didn't play them last time either. But granted, that album was terrible, and probably people would have booed them.
Everyone hated it.
Yeah.
The surf song was good. It was fun.
Sure.
Whatever, I don't remember the name, so that shows how good it was.
Yeah.
But I remember it being like, it's not the worst song ever.
No, it was pretty bad. It almost makes me not want to go now, because it's like I can see right through. It's not even the fact that like just the song is bad. I feel that it's not the least bit authentic anymore.
Mr. Armstrong needs to threaten someone in the crowd and jump in the crowd and beat their ass again to kind of like relearn their shit.
It gets to a point where like you've been doing it so long and they're as big as they are, where it's like you do become disconnected at some point. It's like at a certain point it becomes hard to then channel the same punk energy into the song, because you are so far removed from that.
Especially if you're a very successful band. Bands who have been doing it for 20 years but aren't at Green Day level are still able to like do that shit because they aren't at that level. It's who was it? It's like fucking Jerry Seinfeld, like where he makes jokes about like, oh, fucking tiny hangers on socks. That was like one of his jokes that he made when he was already fucking rich. And it's like, dude, what do you fucking know about tiny hangers on socks? You're rich as fuck. You don't even see those anymore. That's not your shit. Like you can't like connect with an audience anymore because you don't relate to it anymore. So it's like, especially when they're like, the American dream is killing me. You hit on that. You are living the American dream.
Like, shut up. Like, stop
You
complaining.
can't talk about this.
Yeah. And I'm not one to be like, punk ethos, hardcore ethos, because like, who actually cares at the end of the day?
I do.
But
I don't give a fuck.
but when it is this blatant, in my opinion, that it is just not there and it is so not authentic, I have to say something.
I gotta call it out.
Yeah, but I'm not one that's like, if you only like Knocked Loose, then you're not hardcore. Like, I'm not like that. Obviously, that's a different genre, but it's the same kind of. I feel like sometimes they're like one and the same, the way that they are. So I'm not like that, but this is.
Come on, guys.
I'm not looking forward to this record. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm so excited, actually. I mean, honestly, if we're being completely serious, this is a step up from Foam.
Yeah. It
authentic
is,
or not.
If you want to be positive, it is a step up, but it's not good.
It's like going from like here to like here.
I mean, the bar was in hell. Now we're like back on the ground level. Like they're where we wanted the last record to be. We just need passion in it now, and we're there, man.
Exactly. Someone, come on, Billy. Come on, look at me, Billy. This isn't you.
Like, they got like another 14 tracks to go. I'm sure one of them is going to have a bonus album. Some sort of emotion,
For real, please. I'm begging you guys, please. Yeah. Set It Off dropped a new single, Evil People. My friend said that this was Set It Off's like best song ever, and she's like their biggest fan. So I'm gonna have to agree with her and be like, oh, this is a pretty fucking good Set It Off song. I do have to say I'm happy that they're out of the Neon era. Visually was not my favorite album. Good record, but I'm very excited to see what they are doing with this one.
Yeah, Thank you. This I'm stoked on the heavy era. I liked the last record, but elsewhere. But I am obviously a huge fan of heavy music. So the heavy Set It Off era, I am here for. This is another banger. That first single has been absolutely crushing. So good. It deserved all of the time that they gave it to really grow. It's crazy, like in this kind of climate, that there was this much gap between singles, and that song just continued to grow. So and even the acoustic version of that song was pretty cool, which means it's just
rare.
It's a great fucking song. And this one's great, and I'm stoked for whatever comes next. Hopefully there's a record, but they're killing the game right now.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Slow Tide dropped a new single, Don't Trip. Another fucking banger from Spencer's pop project. Dude, I think we said it last time, patiently waiting for the fucking record, because every single song has been a banger.
Sorry, my nose is running a little bit. I'm trying not to be gross about it.
It's okay.
Great fucking track. I do love this project a lot. It's definitely fucking obviously worlds different than Under Oath. And it's, I know we say this like every time, but I always find it so funny or just interesting when like a metal band, like members, lead singer, whoever, guitarist, drummer, has a side project, and it's always like country rap. It's like something like completely like you never would have thought. And then when you talk to them or you like watch interviews or something, they always say like that's like their main influence. So it makes sense if you dig deeper, but it's just always so, I don't want to say polarizing, because it's kind of like a very strong word to say, but it's always just kind of like, whoa, what? It's always funny. I fucking love this track. And as I said, I fucking love this project. So I can't pick at it. Sorry. I love it.
Record, whenever it may be coming. I believe the last time we talked about it, he did reply with a tweet and said that there was an album on the horizon. So,
Spencer, come on the podcast. Let's talk about it.
And when the record comes out, let's chat about it.
Yeah, or give us the record in advance. Let's chat about it.
Free invitation when it's album time.
Yeah. Kevin Abstract dropped a new single, Running Out. The album drops like next month, I think. Oh fuck, Friday. Jesus, shit. It's going so fast. Like, oh my god. I was good. I don't really have any notes. Yeah. It's just kind of like okay. I don't know. I knew Kevin was going to be the first to drop of Brockhampton because he already had a solid side project even during Brockhampton, but I'm still sad that Joba has not moved like an inch because he was my favorite vocalist, rapper. He fucking did everything. But so Kevin, can you like tap Joba for me and be like, hey, drop something? I'm very excited for this record because Kevin, he's fun. He's fun with his shit. I really like his creativity. I like his mind. I like his mind. I don't know what the fuck. That came off a little creepier than I meant. I didn't mean it to be creepy at all, so it just came off creepier than it should have been. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I liked it. I liked it.
Yeah, I like this song. I'm interested to see where this record goes because the two singles, albeit cool, have been super interesting and weird. So I'm hoping that the record doesn't like take a turn for the worse and like is just like a weird experimental Kevin shitfest, you know? Because I could see it. I could see it.
Kevin, you had the opportunity to do that on fucking Brockhampton's last album. Not the one with the little stick figures on them, but the one with the fucking cat on it. No, that was the single. You know what I'm talking about, the one with Big Pussy on it.
Yeah, that was his shit fest. Yeah,
that was his shit fest.
Yeah.
Dude, the entire record was his moment. Yeah. It was literally just him.
And that's why I'm worried about like the solo the side project solo music, because I just think back to having to listen to that whole record and take in Big Pussy, and
that song was good. That song was good. Yeah,
and I'm worried a little bit, so that's why I'm going into it with I've liked the singles, but I've seen Kevin do his thing before. So
we've seen his solo work,
treading lightly going into this.
It's like fuck, I think it was Georgia. Fuck, I forget what it was called. It's the one I was gonna be like, it's the one with his face on the front. His solo album, but literally all of his albums have his face on the front. It's like Georgia Baby, I think is the name of it. Arizona Baby, sorry. Arizona Baby. That record, immaculate solo record, but that was before Brockhampton hit the hay permanently. And then we saw Brockhampton hit the hay permanently, and that was the record that we were like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? This isn't your solo project. You should have fucking saved this shit. So yeah, I'm just saying, his solo shit's good, but I'm also scared.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I'm very scared.
50-50 shot that we're gonna listen to this and be like, what the fuck happened? But also,
why?
Yeah, also the 50% chance that we're like, wow, musical genius.
This was good. Abstract. I just hope it's Big Pussy like fucking for like 12 tracks.
Listen, if that album isn't good, at least Dying Wishes record will be there and we can rave about that.
Exactly. We'll be like, so this shit sucked. Anyways, Dying Wish. Fucking love that band.
That is all the topics we have today. You can follow us on Twitter. It's good_noise_cast. Instagram is Good Noise Podcast. Facebook is Good Noise Pod. YouTube is Good Noise Podcast. Every audio streaming service ever, Good Noise Podcast. Bandcamp is goodnoiserecords.bandcamp.com, and Patreon is patreon.com/Good Noise Podcast. Gloria's got your Patreon supporters and your Twitch subs and your important plugs, and then we're going to sign off.
Thank you to our Patreon supporters, my brother, my uncle, Matt from Pulses, Jeremy, Brady, Zari, and Eric. And thank you to our Twitch subs, Coaster Lover, Buzz Lightskin, Matt, again from Pulses. Thank you, Matt. Sam and Zari. Thank you again, Zari.
Thank you,
Important
everybody.
Important plugs. Free Palestine. What the fuck? Like, that's just fucking crazy witnessing everything. It's like actual genocide that's happening, and it's actually fucking crazy to see every news source and every politician and everyone with power being like, this isn't happening. This isn't what's going on.
What does Taylor Swift have to say about it?
No, guys, let's actually focus on Bella Hadid's response to it versus actual people being fucking bombed. Like, let's focus on that instead. Black Lives Matter. Stop Asian hate. Just be a decent person. And stop fucking idolizing celebrities. As you could tell from all of this, idiots doing research. They're just people, man. They don't fucking give them that much power. They're literally just people. They fucking fart and shit like everyone else, man. They aren't gods. Don't do that. It's weird. Yeah. It's weird. I've fucking met my heroes, and I've been like, oh, you're just literally a dude.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like fucking meeting, ew. He wasn't my hero, but meeting fucking Ricky for the first time, I was like, oh my God, you're awkward like me. This is crazy. And he was literally just a fucking dude. But before I was nervous because I was like, oh my God, it's Ricky Armellino from Async. Friend. So it's like, it's literally, they're just fucking people. Stop idolizing them. Don't give them that much power in your fucking life or in your like mindset. Don't let them decide how you feel or how you should feel about current world situations because they you could tell from this, it just shows that they aren't thinking at all. Like they aren't very smart.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
All
it.
right.
Yeah.
Well, that's all we have tonight. I have been Shane.
I have been Glory.
And we have been the Good Noise Podcast. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.